I'd like to show you what to do the first time you run the Sacred Grove on your laptop or computer. This will help you make sure your microphone is set up correctly and to see how your computer performs. Firstly, it may appear to be frozen at the start screen, but initially it needs to download some extra files that are required for it to run. Once it's downloaded everything, it will show you the login screen. Here you log in with the username and password that you set when you signed up for the Sacred Grove. Now the first time you run, you'll need to choose to explore alone. You won't be able to join a group until there's an active session running. So choose explore alone and log in. As part of explore alone, I've set up your microphone to join a voice room and then echo back your voice. If you speak and it comes back, you know your microphone settings are okay. To stop the echo, click the escape key and click on the microphone at the top right to mute it. If you didn't hear your voice or the audio icons on the main panel are grey, it means the microphone was not detected or set up correctly. If you have a look at the status text at the bottom, it's a little bit hard to read, but if you may need to move your character somewhere where it's a bit darker to read it. I don't want it to be too obvious. It should give you an indication of what went wrong with your microphone. The active microphone is the default microphone that is set in your operating system audio settings. If something isn't right, you'll need to stop the game and check your operating system audio settings. Make sure the microphone's active and working, and then try again. Now, the first thing to understand is about the focus of your mouse. If you click somewhere near the center of the screen, you're giving the focus to your character, and the mouse pointer will disappear. The mouse will then move the main camera around. To get the mouse focus away from the character, click the escape key. And now your mouse is back and you'll be able to interact with any of the icons on the main user interface. Now to move around, you'll use the AWSD keys or the arrow keys. If you use the mouse with your right hand, the AWSD keys will be the easiest. I find the easiest way to move around is just press the W key to walk forward, and then while walking, move the mouse left or right to change direction. You can also use the A key to move left, the D key to move right, and the S key to move back, but it can get a bit awkward trying to get around that way. So it's really just easier just to walk forward and use your mouse. You can also hold the shift key if you want to get somewhere a bit quicker. Go into a jog. One thing to note is when you're stationary, the mouse will pan your camera around. You can also change the distance to the player by holding the shift key and spinning the mouse wheel. When you start to walk again though, if I just press the forward key, my player will spin around and move off in the direction that the camera is currently pointing. So just keep that in mind if you sort of can't understand why your character's going in the wrong direction. Whenever you move around, as soon as you click forward, it goes where the camera was pointing. Now there's also a first person view which you go into by pressing the 1 key. This way you can't see your character and you still walk around the way you were, but it's really not a great not very good. So you just press the 3 key to go back to the third person view. Now there's also a number of keyboard shortcuts that can be used. To view the list, press the F1 key. Click the escape key to get your mouse back, and you can scroll up and down. For example, F2 opens the chat box down the bottom left. Click F2 again and it's gone. F3 shows a compass. The compass shows the direction that your character's actually facing, not the camera. So you'll need to walk to sort of get your idea of what direction is north, south, east and west. F3 again and it's gone. F4, there's a location map. F5, you can change the name that's sitting above yourself. F6 opens up the quality settings, which I'll get to in a minute. F7 will show you the current game time up here. If you've got one of the musical instruments, you can open a rhythm panel with F8, and F9 shows the status text down the bottom, which is already showing anyway. F11 toggles full screen on or off, and there's the first person, third person view. You can change any of these. These are buttons. So now I can say, for example, for the map, I can do Alt-M to show the location of the map. So the reason I don't just do an M key is you may trigger that while you're typing some text, chat text. So it's best to combine it with either Alt, Control or Shift. And then to put it back to the default, click that, press F4, away we go. So that way you can customize your shortcut keys. Another handy feature, if your microphone you can't figure out how to get it working, is you can just type into the text chat down the bottom and it pops up above you in a little chat bubble that everyone else can read. Now another feature that runs at the start is the performance manager. It'll spend a few minutes checking your frame rate, adjusting quality settings to help improve them if the frame rate's low. Once complete, it'll give you a summary in the status text at the bottom, showing your current quality settings, average frame rate, and whether your system is suitable or not. So here, for myself, it said your quality settings have increased to Ultra, which is the highest. Average frame rate was stable and is 56.2, which is exceptional, and your system is perfect for running the Sacred Grove. If you find that your quality settings are very low, your frame rate is like under 10, you're going to struggle to run, your system's going to struggle to run it. You may find that it stutters a lot, especially when you're trying to get around. It may be okay if you just want to stand in ceremony and your voice will come through, but you might find that it becomes unusable. Unfortunately, to render all of the things in the Sacred Grove, it requires a system with reasonable resources. Thanks for watching, and don't hesitate to reach out if you experience any difficulties.